to transfer week. I am standing in one of our Airbnbs, obviously, and I'm getting ready to clean it yet again to turn it over to the next guest coming in exactly 4 hours from now. If you hear the washing machine behind me, the dishwasher, it's all going right now because that's the first thing I do is start all that because that takes the longest. While I clean, the dishes can be cleaning and the laundry can be going. So yeah, this is my frozen embryo transfer week. It's on Friday officially. I had my appointment in Seattle yesterday. That all went well. I am on track for my frozen embryo transfer on Friday, July 1st. I also get to start my progesterone today. You know, those dreaded injections tonight. I did the vaginal suppository progesterone this morning and I had to read the instructions because I'd never done it before, but that all went well. Speaking of progesterone shots, I'm going to do the first one with you guys tonight because I need you guys for moral support. I'm so nervous about it, and of course you'll be there with me so you'll know how my first one goes. So all of that later on in the video because right now I have to clean this Airbnb because I am on a time crunch. But of course, before I do, welcome to the video. Welcome back to my channel. If you're brand new here, welcome. I upload 1 to 2 videos a week all about living healthy, and recently it's all been about IVF because this is a big deal. This is a lot going on in my life when it comes to IVF, and this week is very exciting. Okay, enough chatting. I got to get to cleaning, and so I'll see you in a bit. All right, well, that only took me a couple hours. Not bad. Let's put you guys in frame. Updating you real quick on my appointment in Seattle yesterday. So today's Sunday, so I had my appointment yesterday morning, which was June 25th, my fertility appointment in Seattle. And by the way, those of you who follow on Instagram already know this, but Josh is positive for COVID. That's why I'm gonna stay in our Airbnb to talk with you guys real quick because every time I'm around him, I have a mask on, and talking with a mask with you guys is not fun. I know of all the times to get COVID, of course he gets COVID this week. I am paranoid because if I get COVID, then my transfer is canceled. So I'm like being so careful. I'm staying away from him. I'm wearing a mask when I'm in our apartment. I'm like sanitizing all the handles that he touches and stuff. I don't know if it's gonna work. He did test positive while he was in Chelan. He thought that he had like some sort of like a light cold, or he thought he had allergies at first, and I was like, but then what set me off, he was texting me that he felt feverish and achy and got the chills, and I was like, you should take a COVID test. And sure enough, he was positive. He's still positive. He took another COVID test today. Today's Sunday. I think he first tested positive on Thursday. So my appointment yesterday in Seattle went well. They did a vaginal ultrasound and a blood draw. The blood draw confirmed that my estrogen level is high and my uterine lining looks good. So I was so impressed with this estrogen med that I'm on. I kind of had my doubts, like, I don't think my uterine lining is going to be like thick enough. I don't know, you just have all these self-doubts going through IVF, but sure enough, like my uterine lining is so much thicker, and they're really pleased with, like, they're not only looking at like the thickness of the uterus, but they're also looking at like the granulation of the tissue and like the tissue formation. So apparently it's all good. So I get to start progesterone today. Like I mentioned to you earlier, I did the suppository progesterone, which went fine. That one was easier than I thought. I am still on the estrogen 3 times a day. So this is the thing, is last night I started to feel super nauseous. Like I always have an appetite. I'm always hungry, and I didn't want dinner. Like I went to bed and I was like so nauseated. Finally, I like settled myself down, fall asleep, and then I started to get achy. And then at 1 a.m. I woke up like chilly, and it was 72 degrees in the house. So I know it wasn't cold, but I had like blankets piled on me. And I was like, oh no, I'm COVID positive. So I took a COVID test in the middle of the night. I'm negative. And I took my temperature and I don't have a fever. And I'm like, what is going on? So then I'm on my phone at 2 a.m. like researching the estrogen pills. I think the real name of it, I always say estrogen pills because it's easier for me to say, but the brand name is estradiol. So apparently common side effects of the estrogen pills are nausea, bloating, upset stomach, flu-like symptoms. So I don't know if it just took my body a while for it to build up in my system, and then all of a sudden I'm having these side effects. I don't know. And I don't even know if it's from estrogen, but I'm just assuming it is because I'm negative for COVID and I don't have a fever and I don't feel like any like other flu-like symptoms. I was just like chilly and achy in the middle of the night. So I just took Tylenol and that took care of it, but that has been interesting. I'm worried about that because I have to stay on these estrogen pills 3 times a day for a very long time, like through the first trimester of pregnancy if the transfer is successful, along with all the progesterone. So the regimen that I'm on today, the 2 different types of progesterone, the shots and the vaginal, and the estrogen pills 3 times a day, that's the same medication regimen that I'm going to have through the first trimester of pregnancy. So I'm in for the long haul. This next 12 weeks of this. So I'm just like, I hope my body adjusts, and maybe this is just like transition phase for me. We'll see. So I told you guys in the last video that we are going to be furnishing our 4th unit in this fourplex once our family moves out, and they are still moving out, so we can't put furniture together yet. Plus Josh is like MIA, he's like out of commission, so he can't help me put furniture together, so we're not doing that. I had to clean this Airbnb anyways today, and then we were gonna try to paint the fence, but that's not happening because Josh is sick, so we're just kind of laying low today. In other news, Josh did end up visiting Yuma yesterday morning, so while I was at my fertility appointment, he ended up visiting Yuma in Ellensburg right after he left Chelan. He was able to do the hunt test with Yuma. Yuma is learning so much. I was so proud when I watched the GoPro footage that Josh did. So Josh put the GoPro on his forehead, so he was able to film like everything. I think he was there like an hour and a half. All right, I'm gonna try to stay cool. Thank goodness we have these mini split ACs installed in most of our units. The only unit we don't have it in is that 4th unit that the family's in. We'll get that installed hopefully in a couple months, but we have the same one in our unit, and thank goodness we have it now. It's gonna reach 95, I think, by tomorrow, and I think it's gonna be like 90 or 91 today, which isn't bad for a lot of you who are watching this who live in like the southern states, but for us that's hot. And if you don't have AC, it's kind of miserable. So very glad we have our AC unit now. And yeah, onward and forward. All right, so it's after dinner. I've had a shower and I'm getting ready to do this progesterone shot. But first, I'm gonna use this numbing cream. I think it's just basically lidocaine and a bunch of like numbing medication in it. It says to apply on skin 30 minutes prior to injection. So instead of using an ice pack, 'cause I know like a lot of people use ice packs or some sort of like cold compress on their skin like a few minutes before giving the injection, because that helps numb the site. I'm just gonna use this and we'll see how it works. I got it from the fertility pharmacy that delivered my progesterone to me, and I think it was like $75, but of course insurance doesn't cover it, so that's always great. But I think it'll be worth it. So I'm gonna do that now, and then I'll come back here in 30 minutes and we'll proceed. I've been warming up the progesterone oil under my armpit. A lot of people recommended that. By the way, I'm wearing a mask because Josh is gonna join me because he of course has COVID. But I've been warming this up underneath my armpit for like 10 minutes. So hopefully that'll help it go in easier.
You want me to stand here?
I need you to like be here. Oh, this stuff is thick.
You're the gangster, Mitch. You're the gangster.
No, this is the big one that I used to draw it up. This is the little, well, no, this is still huge. I have to put it all the way in. That's what they said.
No, halfway in.
Oh, it is numb. That's good. Oh my gosh.
Here we go. Here we go.
Am I doing it in the right spot? I think I am. I can't do it. I can't do it. So if I don't stand on this leg, then there's less pressure. Ah!
Hey, you did it.
I did it.
I would have freaking passed.
Ah!
I would have passed.
You know what? I'm so glad I remembered to not put pressure on my leg because that made all the difference. I'm gonna put a warm compress on. I'm so glad that this numbing cream worked. Probably better than ice, because ice would just have irritated the skin. This. Okay. I'm sweating. Thank you guys. A couple people on Instagram DM'd me and recommended panty liners to put in my underwear because of the vaginal suppositories, because they like leak out fluid over the day, which happened to me today. So I just bought these ones. I don't know, we'll see if they work okay, but definitely will need them tomorrow when I go to work. So I just got home from work and it's a couple days later. Want to tell you guys about how the last 2 days have been going of injections. So tonight's gonna be my 3rd night of progesterone injections. So far not bad. The right side, me injecting myself on the right side, the one you saw, was pretty easy. I did the left one last night, and I think it's because it's not as easy for me to turn that way onto my left butt cheek. So I was doing the injection kind of slow, and as I was putting the needle in, I literally saw my butt muscle spasm, and I was like, oh no, that's not a good sign. So today I am very sore. The heating pad really helps like right afterwards, putting that on the site. It really helps like soothe it, and heating up the oil too is key. But oh, and then also that numbing cream is really nice to have too, so I don't have to use ice beforehand. My gosh, I was hurting today. I was like wobbling around, limping around work. work and people were like, Brittany, you're literally waddling. I was like, I know. In terms of symptoms, yesterday I felt nauseated like on and off all day. I'm not sure if I caught something or I kind of just assumed it was the progesterone, just getting used to that. Today I feel a lot better, so I actually don't know whether it was the progesterone or not. I might have just caught something, but yeah, I feel overall better today. It's just my left butt cheek is so sore. It feels like I got the COVID shot in my butt. Like, you know how you get the COVID shot and the next day it's so sore? That's how my butt feels. So I'm just like, I'm dreading the injection again tonight. I'm gonna go on my right side tonight and hopefully that'll be less painful. I think I'm gonna try a different strategy on injecting myself. I think I'm just gonna go fast. Like, I've been doing it kind of slow, but I think I'm just gonna go real quick and then do it real quick and out. I think maybe that's the key. I think that's why a lot of people have recommended me to get the automatic injector. I haven't yet because I'm not sure that there's a way for you to like draw back, because they tell you to, like, if you're doing an intramuscular injection, to inject it, but then once the needle's all the way in, before you inject the medication, once the needle is all the way in, then you want to pull back on the plunger to make sure there's no blood in the syringe, because you want to make sure you're not in any like vein or artery. Plus, like, I want to be in full control of the injection. I'm not sure the automatic injector, I don't think you have any control over it, which is probably the point, but I want to be able to like feel it go in, like have more control. But I think I just need to go faster. Like, my technique needs to be faster, and because I go fast with my patients when I give IM injections, it's really quick and then I'm out. So I think I'm gonna try that tonight. So today's Tuesday, tomorrow's Wednesday. I should be hearing from my fertility clinic tomorrow, a time on Friday when my transfer is gonna be. So that's when I'm gonna pick up the camera again and start the next vlog. I'm gonna try my very best to vlog as much as possible of my transfer day, and then beforehand leading up to transfer day, and then a little bit afterwards. So stay tuned for that next video. Okay, cheers to the next 12 weeks of estrogen 3 times a day, twice a day vaginal progesterone, and progesterone injections if the transfer works. Of course, if it doesn't work, then I stop everything. So yeah, I'm gonna really need you guys' support and encouragement the next probably few weeks at least, or the whole 12 weeks. I don't even know. These injections are already killing me. So I know I can't think like too far in advance because I get overwhelmed. So just one day at a time. All right, so I'm gonna end the video here, and the next video is gonna be my transfer day. Thank you for all of your guys' encouragement, your love, your support. It means so much to me. Like I've said before a couple times, I would not be going through this if it wasn't for your guys' encouragement. I hope that I've helped you the same way that you guys have helped me. There's also a couple of you who have messaged me and said that your transfer day is the same day as mine. And then a few of you actually have messaged me saying that your transfer is like around the same time as mine. So for those of you whose transfer is coming up like mine, good luck. You got this. Whatever happens is meant to be, and yeah, just hang in there. We're warriors. Okay, please comment down below anything you want to comment, and I do get back to every single comment as long as it's a nice comment. The mean ones I just either don't reply to, or yeah, generally I don't reply to them because I never know how to respond to a mean comment. Thank you so much for watching as always, and hopefully you enjoyed the video. Hopefully it did help you out. Please give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, because it does really help support my channel. And remember, you are never alone in your journey, and always remember to be kind to yourself.